we had quite a tough week last week, that we've got a lot of work coming in, probably about 50, 60 hours worth of work coming in, but it's just a reality of the business. And I've just finished a podcast and I've actually just finished it with Coach Tom. So there was some bad news as well this afternoon. I can tell it's the afternoon because Rocco's in and he's trying to eat Rob's sandwiches.
Hopefully we'll be done by about 8:30, but we'll see. We go to bed at 8:30, so it better be.
I don't want to get my hopes up, but it sounds like it'd be really good.
Good work, mate.
Thanks,
Needed
mate.
that. What a week, another week full of ups and downs. Hello everybody and welcome back to the uSports Weekly. This is week 6 where we give you a behind the scenes look at what it's like running a 7-figure sports coaching business. Morning guys, so it is Tuesday morning and I'm just walking around my local park just to maybe summarise on everything that's been going on at the moment. If you watched the weekly last week, you'll know that we had quite a tough week last week, so hence the no video yesterday because we're still trying to get on top of that. One of the things I was working on yesterday actually was that we've got a lot of work coming in, probably about 50, 60 hours worth of work coming in pretty much over the next week or two, and it's just about getting into a place where we can deliver that quality from the first day for those schools. At the same time, for longer term, we've got holiday camps coming up and summer camps are a big time for us. It's 6 weeks, we don't have any guaranteed work. We have to bring all the work in ourselves. We need to sell to parents, we need to deliver a really good quality, and we need to make sure that everyone who comes to our camps on the first week enjoys it so much that they come down for the remaining 6 weeks of camp. So that is going to be a difficult one. We've also got in summer a big issue with staffing, because so much more work comes in, so we need to recruit more people, but also loads of people go on holiday, which does put us under pressure, especially when our schools and our customers, they want to see the same faces every day. Plus we are losing a couple of big contracts as well. Nothing like major, it's going to push the business back, but I think we're still going to have more hours after summer than we have now. But it's just a reality of the business and the whole sector. You're not going to keep a school for 20 years. So yeah, it's just about bringing in new work whenever you can, really. Just dealing with the fact that you might not have staff straight away, but things are always changing. It's being willing to adapt. You see on the lake on the side of me, it's spring, isn't it? So I've just seen little ducklings, little goose ducklings. I'll put a video of them up for you. The thing that's always on our mind as a business is HR and making sure that everyone is happy, or as happy as they can be. I think you've got to make sure that everyone is paid fairly and that everyone's getting paid what they should be getting paid and all that sort of stuff. So that's always just an ongoing challenge that we're, especially right now, we are facing. We've also got the operation side of it. As the business gets bigger and there's more contracts and there's more people coming on board, it's like constantly updating the system. So what worked for us 2 years ago was great, but now it just doesn't work. It's too clunky for the amount of people that we've got coming into the business. And then probably just finally is thinking about the expansion of uSports. How are we going to deliver more and more work across the country, across our area, with the quality on the ground? And that's another challenge that I'm always asking myself. Probably just a final thing to add on to all of this is then the finances. And you know, yesterday was payroll, so we just had 70 grand go out for all the contracted staff. But that doesn't include all of the self-employed coaches, doesn't include all the hire and the equipment and the advertising and like everything else that goes alongside that. That's a lot of money going out at the end of every month. And when schools don't pay you on time, or the numbers aren't quite where you need them to be, it puts pressure on you. So that's just something that we always keep an eye on, making sure the cash flow is strong. I'm actually very pleased to be able to say that over the last since I started uSports, we've always had enough money to pay our coaches at the end of every month, and I think that's a really important bit for trust, you know. And it's hard to manage because that's the cash flow. How do you make sure you've always got enough money to pay everyone? But again, it's just another one of those challenges that maybe you don't always think about. When you see a sports coaching business, you often think about, right, working with the kids on the ground, making sure they're having fun, are the lessons good quality? That's all great, but if you're not actually charging for the sessions because you're not organised enough, and you know that school asks for a one-off PE lesson and you sent a coach, you got to pay the coach, but you forget to invoice the school, then you start losing a lot of money, and that can build up. So that's something we're always building and working on as well. And I've just got back to the office and got some good news. Ben's van, who is our partner in Bristol, has just been completely wrapped in the uSports branding, which looks pretty cool. So here it is here, you can see. What I'm hoping is we can get our van here in Thames Valley and the Bristol van together, get a little photo shoot going. I think it's going to look pretty cool. And now for Ben, when he's going into new schools, it's just like, it's at the next level. It's clear that you're committed to this, to the brand and to the business. And I think I've personally experienced it. Going into a school with a signed written van has definitely won me contracts at times. So I'm sure the same thing will happen for Ben as well. So it's Tuesday afternoon now, guys, and I've just finished a podcast, and I've actually just finished it with Coach Tom. So this will be the first podcast where it's not just me talking to the camera. Got like a guest podcast, which is pretty cool, and he did so well. Been working with us 2 years, been out coaching, hasn't done loads of stuff on the camera with us before, but he just absolutely smashed it. He did really well. So that will come out on Thursday this week actually. So by the time you watch this, it will already be live. So please do go check it out and let us know how you thought Tom got on. Right, so that was the good news. There was some bad news as well this afternoon though. We had one of our schools hand in their notice, and yeah, as a business owner, when you lose work, it's just not the one. You know, you bring coaches in because you have a certain amount of hours, and then when work goes, it puts the business at risk to some extent. Not anything I'm massively worried about, because I've seen the amount of hours that we're building and we've already locked in, let alone hot leads that are coming in. But when you bring in more work, you don't want that new work just to be replacing old work. You want to be able to keep everything that you've already got and build on top of it. So when you do lose work, it's just so frustrating, so disappointing. So I'm working on that, and actually whenever we lose or have a notice handed in, we always try our best to try and keep it in one way or another. So I'm still working on that, and hopefully we can get some sort of contract out of it, or try and get them to change their mind, or I don't know what we do really. It's just one of them. But we just got to focus on the sales and keep pushing and focus on the operations and the quality on the ground. Guys, so it's Thursday morning, and was off yesterday. Me and Steph took the day off. We went to Ascot races. You'll be pleased to know that I won absolutely no money, and was just down 50 quid. But other than that, there was some good news yesterday, so I'll be catching up with the team about everything that went on yesterday. There was also some bad news, as you can probably get the theme of through these weekly videos, but yeah, let's get into it. So firstly, some good news. Jordan has been working on his sales, and he's actually found another setting that we're going to be working with over summer, delivering high quality football coaches to. So that's going to be good. He's also had about 6 or 7 different nurseries all sign up, having had good trials, and so they are likely to be starting probably after May half term. We've also been given almost like verbal confirmation that a school are going to be going ahead with our 3 days a week of PE. We were hoping for that to start after May half term. It looks like it's more likely to start after the summer holidays, but still good. Right, so I've just had a meeting with the team about our settings that are sort of all changing. We've got some like new ones coming in, we've got some leaving, so just trying to catch everybody up on that and what our plan is moving forwards. Especially because it's never nice seeing work go, but when new work's coming in, it's like making sure that everyone's getting the best service. And I'm a strong believer in, even if someone hands in their notice, they still get the best service possible, because more often than not, they then go to another company, or they try something with somebody in-house doing PE or whatever it is, and it doesn't work out as good, and it's always good to have a good relationship with the schools that you stop working with. Reflecting on prices as well, thinking about how are we going to lift our prices, because basically we want to start paying our coaches more, especially those that are really pushing the business forwards, but while still maintaining the profit as well. So I've been looking through that with the team. Right, it is Thursday afternoon now. You can tell it's the afternoon because Rocco's in and he's trying to eat Rob's sandwiches. So this afternoon I've actually got a meeting with a head teacher of a school that are leaving uSports. So I'm hoping that we can try and get a clear understanding as to why they're leaving, and maybe to see if there's any way we can upsell them or get them to stay or something. Because yeah, never good when you lose work. So working on that this afternoon, and there was a bit more. There's just a lot of like staffing issues this morning, trying to get everyone in place. There's just loads going on in the business this time of year. It's now Thursday evening, and I am in the office here with Steph, and yeah, just trying to get everything sorted from today. So I had a meeting with a head teacher this afternoon, so just typing everything up from that and getting some action sorted on it. Plus I'm just sorting out some staffing.
we're like trying to tie up a grading structure, so lots of just like random little jobs which when you try and do in the day, sometimes you just get so many different things thrown at you that you just need a bit of time in the evening just to sit down and work together and yeah, just sort it all out. So yeah, it's getting there though. We've got like a whole list of things that we need to get done, and yeah, we're just powering through. Hopefully we'll be done by about 8:30, but we'll see. We go to bed at 8:30, so it better be.
It's Friday morning now, and I'm back in the office. We've been talking with the team this morning just about overall quality on the ground, constantly looking to try and develop that, and that part of that comes into mentoring, parts of it comes on to coaches being on the right sessions and all that sort of stuff. So I've just been having a good chat with the team about all of that this morning. Right, I've just been catching up with the team as well, and we are very short staffed again today. We've got 3 or 4 coaches off sick, so just been looking into what do we do this afternoon, and I'm actually going to head out and mentor a couple of our sessions. We've also got a trial session for CPD, so that'll be a big contract if it comes in. Robbo is going to be delivering that, and Jordan has got his fingers crossed that it comes in. Right, so you might remember we had some bad news recently that we haven't quite shared yet. I can't share it right now, but me and Steph have been working through on it together, and there's because of this news, there's a lot of changes that we have to make, and we have to do a lot of like letters and stuff like that. So we've been working on a lot of that stuff, and we'll be able to give you more details on that and the pressures it's put us under to some extent. But yeah, so it's just one of them things. Good news, bad news, it just comes through when you're running a business every day. So yeah, I've got to be honest, it just feels like we had quite a lot of bad news recently. But what you don't see is like every time a session goes well, you don't get an email to come in saying, oh, this session was amazing today. But if a session ever goes badly, you normally find out about that straight away. So yeah, it just feels like just a bit of a roller coaster at the moment, but we're doing well, and ultimately we're still up for after summer, and yeah, we're only pushing for more and more work as well. Right, so Jordan heard me talking about needing some good news, and he told me he has some good news, which is
there's a school I've been talking to for the last 2 months, I'll say now, and I've been working pretty hard pushing on she's the PA to the head teacher. I've been pushing her pretty hard, and she's been getting the word across to the PE lead at the school, and the PE lead is really keen to speak to me. She's actually booked a meeting with the head teacher next week to go through budget, and then she wants to book a meeting with me to discuss suitable options for what we can do. But I went in there speaking about delivering PE and CPD, so that's kind of the expectation I'm expecting.
That could be quite big work coming in.
Yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up, but it sounds like it'd be really good.
Good work, mate.
Thanks,
needed
mate.
that. Okay, guys, just going to head outside. But Louise, right now, is actually speaking to a parent who's interested in booking onto one of our evening development centres. And I think that's important that we celebrate all those wins as well, because it's like you get all the big contracts in, but actually all the evening sessions, parent paid clubs, every booking matters. So yeah, Louise just smashing that. Hopefully from that phone call, parent books on, happy days. We get another person on our subscription, and that just keeps building up as we keep growing the business. We've also got Jacko downstairs just communicating with the school.
Yeah,
don't know what it was good feedback or bad feedback. His job obviously is if a school has any concern about anything, just making sure they know what's going on and how we're going to sort it out basically. So yeah. So that is it, Friday afternoon, and what a week, another week full of ups and downs, but trying to give you a real look into what it's like actually running a business, sports coaching business here in the UK. So hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.